Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing a high protein vegan meal prep. The inspiration of this video is that, as you know, if you've been watching my channel, if you're subscribed to my channel, or if you have followed me on Instagram, you know that I have recently moved, and it was a challenge to eat right during the move. It was a challenge to have a regular workout routine on the move. So I think I've gained about maybe 5 pounds, maybe a little bit more, 5 to 7 pounds. And it's not a lot, but you still have to maintenance how you eat, and it's all about maintenance and being consistent. So I'm trying to lean out a little bit more, maybe drop about 5 to 10 pounds. And I want to lean out. So I'm cutting back some of the calories and I'm upping my protein. So I'm not going to be doing as much cardio as I normally do. Normally I do a lot of running, and I'm going to maybe run, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 times a week, 1 to 2 miles. I'm going to be doing a lot more weight training and my yoga practice, of course, and a lot more weights, and up my protein. So lower the calories and up the protein so I can really build lean muscle and drop maybe 5 to 7 pounds. So it's not a lot, but that's what I'm working on right now. So I wanted to share with you how I will be eating. I want to eat mostly a vegan vegetarian diet, but high protein. So I have my snacks here that I'm going to be eating, my breakfast that I'm going to make. So this is the breakfast that I'm going to be having. This is my lunch, and this is going to be my dinner. So I just wanted to share with you because a lot of people think because if you eat a vegetarian or vegan diet, you're missing out on protein, but there's lots of protein in lentils and beans and even leafy greens. Some vegetables even have protein. So as I'm meal prepping, I'll try to have the macro information of each meal so you can see how much protein is actually in each meal, how many calories. I want to try to stay below 1,500 calories a day to lose weight. So I want to stay in between 1,200 to 1,500 calories. I know that's really, that's not a lot, but to lose weight, you do need a calorie deficiency. So I want to have maybe 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day and up my protein. I'm thinking 130 to 150 grams of protein per day. So that is my goal, and that's what I'm working on. I just wanted to share with you if you wanted to try out some of these recipes. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I'll probably do a little video on how I'm doing on my little drop 5 to 10 pounds, get lean, I guess, project that I'm working on for myself right now. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I'll probably update you on how I'm doing on this. I'm going to be doing a lot more weight training and a little bit less cardio, and just upping my protein when I eat. Oh, and drinking lots of water. I forgot to mention that I'm going to be drinking lots of water. This is my favorite little canteen that I drink out of all the time. I always have herbal teas in here, or hot water. Sometimes I'll just drink hot water with lemon, and I plan to drink about 4 to 5 of these a day. That's my challenge. I do drink water, but not as much as I should. So I want to drink about 4 to 5 of these a day of water, either hot water or herbal tea. So that's what I plan to drink. So drinking a lot more fluids, upping my protein, and doing a little bit more weights, and continuing my yoga practice, and then just following my meal prep plan. So guys, thanks so much for taking the time out to watch this video. Let me know if you try any of these recipes. I'm really excited to eat the tempeh bowl that I made. I love Asian food, and tempeh is one of my favorite things to eat. So I haven't made the bowl like this before, but again, guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I appreciate you watching today.
So I have already made my quinoa, my sweet potatoes, and my yellow lentils. And you can season your yellow lentils as you like, whatever seasonings you're preferring that day. And this is just organic tempeh. that I'm going to use for my teriyaki tempeh bowl. That's the organic tempeh, and then I have this Korean barbecue sauce that I'm going to marinate the tempeh in. I have minced garlic and some sesame oil. And I'm just going to open up the tempeh. And tempeh, if you've never had tempeh before, it's just basically fermented soybeans, and it's a vegetarian source of protein. So this is another way to get your protein if you're trying to eat a vegan or vegetarian diet. Now I'm just dicing up the tempeh, and I think I'm just going to put them in cubes, bite-sized pieces. So just scoring them up in little bite-sized cube pieces and just placing them into the bowl. And honestly, you can season the tempeh however you like. I'm using sesame seed oil. I have some minced garlic, and then the Korean barbecue sauce that I'm going to use. But honestly, tempeh really soaks up whatever you season it with. So if you want to do like soy sauce and ginger, or whatever you want to season it with, you can, and you just let it sit and marinate, and it just soaks up whatever flavor or seasonings you put on it. So I'm just going to let that sit and put it aside. I already have my steamed rice cooked, and then for my quinoa stuffed sweet potatoes, I have broccoli raw, some catalini beans, I have some dried fruit, garlic, quinoa, and onions, and a few cashews also. And I'm just going to mix that all together. And again, you can modify this if you like. If you don't like broccoli raw, you can use kale or spinach, whatever vegetable you prefer. And I'm just seasoning it with pepper, sea salt. Again, you can season it with whatever seasonings you prefer. Just to give you some ideas for your meal prep. I'm using some onion powder. And just mix it, you just want to mix it until the vegetables are well cooked and wilted a little bit. I also added the yellow lentil beans that I made earlier. And now for dinner, I have some Asian veggies, just the frozen store-bought kind, Asian store veggies. I also added some edamame just for extra protein, and mushrooms, and I just mixed those all up. And I cooked my tempeh separately because I like to get the tempeh, that cabbage is going to be put on the side. And I cooked the tempeh with the sesame seed oil, and I'm just sauteing the tempeh until it gets kind of crispy on the edges. So that's why I like to cook it separately, because if you cook it with the vegetables, it kind of steams it. But I like the tempeh to have kind of a crispy texture to it. I'm adding some sesame seeds, so black and tan sesame seeds is what I'm adding there, and just mixing it all together. And there you go, you can see the crispy edges. That's just how I prefer to eat my tempeh. So here is my delicious meal prep. For breakfast, I'm going to be having a smoothie, a high protein smoothie. And this is the protein powder that I picked up the other day. This is Sun Warrior's Protein Warrior Blend, and it's the high performance organic plant-based protein. And it has about 27 grams of protein and 6 BCAAs. And I'm going to be doing 2 scoops. So I'm going to have the fruit. I'm going to put the fruit in the blender with 2 scoops of this protein powder. So that'll give me about, if I do 2 scoops, that'll give me about 54 grams of protein. For breakfast in the morning. So that will be my breakfast. And this protein powder is really, really yummy. I tried it the other night, and it has a really smooth flavor. It's not chalky tasting. It's really good. So yeah, I picked that up at Whole Foods. And then for snack, whenever I get hungry, I have these raw peanuts. And what I do is I just warm them up in the oven until they get roasted, and you have fresh roasted peanuts, and they taste really, really good. It's different than the prepackaged kind. So I get the raw peanuts, roast them in the oven,
And that will be my snack for when I get hungry. And and then for lunch, if you saw those sweet potatoes, so I picked up these sweet potatoes from Whole Foods, and it looks like a regular potato, but it's not. It's actually a sweet potato. When you saw me put them in the oven, you saw they were a really purple color, so I was expecting them to be like a really deep orange color, you know, like the typical sweet potato. I thought it would be orange, but once I baked it, the skin got a little bit lighter. It's not as deep purple as it was, and it's actually really light inside, but it's really sweet. It's a really sweet potato, so I really like them. I have no idea what kind of sweet potato this is, so if you know, let me know in the comments down below. I have no idea what kind of sweet potato this was, but it's very, very sweet. So this is jam-packed with protein because I put the yellow lentils in there. I had the yellow lentils. You have the protein from the yellow lentils, the protein from the catalini beans, you have the protein from the quinoa, and then we have the vegetables from the broccoli raw. This is broccoli raw that I put in there, and onions and minced garlic. So that's my stuffing for the sweet potato. So that's gonna be lunch. So this should be really, really filling, and I shouldn't be hungry for a long time. And then for dinner, this is my, I guess I would call it my Korean barbecue tempeh bowl. So I marinated the tempeh overnight. You saw me marinate that earlier in the Korean barbecue sauce, the tempeh. And then I just have these Asian vegetables that I sauteed with edamame, and then I have a side of fresh red cabbage. And then this is just white sushi rice. And you can definitely do brown rice, of course. I just was craving that soft, fluffy texture that you get from sushi rice, and it's not a lot, just a little just a little corner of sushi rice. It's a small amount. Mostly this is vegetables and the tempeh, but I just really wanted to add that small amount of rice. You can totally omit the rice or do a brown rice instead, but this is going to be my meal prep that I'm going to be eating, and I'm going to be doing variations of this meal for the next few weeks. Let me know if you try any of these recipes. You can comment down below or tag me on Instagram. I would love that. So make sure you stay connected with me. You can follow me on Facebook at Shanae Yoga, Instagram Shanae Yoga, and Twitter Shanae Yoga. So let's stay connected, and thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.